What's up with everyone? And I'm going to be showing you guys one of the easiest Elden Ring money farms you'll ever find. This is one of the best rune farms, and I'm going to be showing you two methods today. One early game and one late game method. Remember, both these methods work very well, but the end game method works a bit better. Let's get into it. Alright, so for this first method, we're going to have to kill the final boss of the game. I won't do any spoilers, but we're going to have to travel right here to the Elden Throne, and you're going to have to take out the final boss of the game, which will allow you to get the remembrance of the final boss, which then you can use to create this sword. This sword will allow you to do a special attack that can hit hundreds of enemies in an area, and which makes this farm extremely easy. So once you get the sword, we can just finally begin. First, you're going to travel to the first step, and at the first step, there's going to be an NPC you need to talk to start a quest line. The quest line is going to be allowing you to go to a special area that allows us to farm. So this area is underground, and you're going to need to do a 4-part quest just to be able to get there. So once you load in, however, you will notice that there is going to be someone here, and if you did speak to him at the start of the game, he will ask you to go speak with the 2 fingers at the round table hold. So once he asks you to do this and you exhaust his chats and his messages, you can simply go to the round table hold. So once you're at the round table hold, it's quite simple. From here, you come over and you speak to the woman. Once you speak to the woman in the finger reader, she'll ask you a bunch of questions. It does not matter what you answer. Just exhaust her dialogue and you should be done here. So once that's completed, you're going to want to travel to the Temple Quarter bonfire. From there, you're going to travel to the Rose Church. At the Rose Church, you'll find the same man again, where he'll ask you to do another task for him. Once all these tasks are completed, he'll give you a special item that allows you to teleport underground to a special area that can only be accessed through him. He'll be located on the side of the church, not on the inside, and it's quite simple once you speak to him. So, as we arrive at the church, you're going to notice it's not a regular church, there's no tier here, because it's a cursed church. So, you'll find him sitting right here to the right of the door, on the northeast side. So, once you speak to him, he'll ask you to do another thing. So, let's get into that. So, once you exhaust his dialogue, he's going to give you an item, and specifically 5 different items that allow you to invade other people. If you do 3 invasions with the finger he gives you, and I'll show you right now, you'll complete the task. So once you use the bloody finger 3 times, or perhaps if he gives you the festering finger, you can use that 3 times. So actually, instead of the bloody finger, he'll give you 5 of the bloody fingers. You're going to want to use the bloody finger to be able to do what he wants you. So once you use the bloody finger 3 times in a row, and it doesn't matter if you win or lose, you can jump off the map if you really wish to get it done quickly. He'll task you with another thing. Then he's going to give you a cloth once you exhaust his dialogue again. This cloth is going to allow you to simply dunk it into blood of a maiden. And this blood can be found on the other side of the map here. So the maiden's blood is actually found right here in the Church of Inhibition. Now getting here is a bit tricky. You might want to go from the Lifter's Dectus and follow the road up. But remember, there's a tower right here that will inflict you with madness and kill you. So the way up here, you simply go around the walls of this village, follow the road, and you'll find yourself here at the Church of Inhibition. Once you arrive at the Church of Inhibition, you'll notice that there's a dead maiden here. You're gonna have to spam the Y button or whatever you use to interact, as you will be able to get her armor, but once you grab the armor, you're gonna have to interact with her again to grab the blood. Once you soak the blood with her, you have completed the task and you can go on with the mission. So let's head back to the church. Alright, so once we're back here, he's gonna give you an item once you exhaust his dialogue. Once you get the item and you complete the task, you can simply scroll down and use it. Pure Blood's Night Metal. Audience with Mog will be granted one day. You're going to want to use this and go to the audience grounds. You can use this as many times as you'd like, and you can simply teleport to the farming spot. So, let's wait a bit. So once that's all done, you're going to arrive at the Mogwin Palace. Now, you're going to spawn right around here. You're just going to take the north side stairs and loop around the big tree. So follow this path I'm taking. There's going to be a lot of enemies, so that's why I ask you guys to loop, because it's pretty dangerous around. So once you're here, you've pretty much arrived. You can start celebrating, honestly. These guys are extremely dangerous, so when they do that roll attack, so watch out. So rest at the site of grace, and you can call it a day. Once you've arrived, you simply grab your sword, and depending on your Ash of War button, you simply hit LT if you're on Xbox, and you just have some fun. Now there are several ways to speed up the method, but the one I use is simply using a talisman. The Golden Scarab talisman gives you extra runes for defeating enemies, and I'll show you where to get that right now. It's actually not that difficult if you think about it. So, if you go off the underground map, you can find it right around here, in the abandoned cave. There's a boss at the end of this cave. It's not that hard to kill. You can access it right here from the smoldering wall. Simply go across. There's roots on this crevice. You can go down in the abandoned cave. You're going to gain around, give or take, 20% more runes. So once that's all done, now we're going to try the early game method. So, for the first step of the easy method in the early game, you're going to want to go to the Kim's Realm Runes, which is at the northern Liurnia Lakeshore. I'll show you where that is right now. So, once you arrive at this spot, you just want to hop on your horse, line it up, and you're going to go this way. Now, in this forest, you're going to notice some ruins. Look a bit different for me, because I already solved the puzzle. But, if you don't know how, it takes 2 seconds. Simply run through this, and you're going to see a wall at the end here. It's an illusory wall, which means you just have to punch the wall. So come right up to here, punch the wall just like that, and you can rest right here. Really simple, really easy. While you're at it, there's going to be a blacksmith here that you can use to upgrade the weapon we're going to go get right now. Now, as you approach the manor, there's going to be some arrows shooting at you. To dodge these, just simply jump around with your horse, double jump, just outstrafe them really. It's not that difficult. So, as we arrive here, there's a bonfire to the right of the gate, and that's one we're going to be taking. We're going to be respawning there as well. So, you're going to want to rest at this bonfire, but just to help you guys remember, this place is extremely dangerous. There's fingers in the ground, and they will insta-kill you. Alright, let's try that again. I don't know what happened. You know, we're not going to talk about it, though. So, you're going to hug the left side of the wall, watch your fingers, and you're just going to simply follow the route I'm taking. This time around, though, I'll be a bit more careful. This is where I died last time. Just remember, guys, be careful around here, you know. Fingers, you know, they look like fingers, but, you know, we don't like fingers, trust me. So you're going to arrive at the staircase here, and this is where you're going to want to be careful. There's a lot of fingers. There's one that's out of the ground as well, so be careful. So you're going to walk in this room, there's going to be a depressed guy on the chair right there, you know, you can just ignore him. And you're going to arrive at the site of grace. So you can rest up, and we're going to move out. After this, you're just going to take this bridge, and then you're going to want to swing a left once you arrive at the end. Then swing another left, and then a right, and you're going to follow this path. Now, once you're on this bridge, we're going to have to jump off onto that building right down below. So, from here, you just simply want to go to this cracked wall, as I'm standing right here, and you can just jump off. You don't even need to jump, you can just roll, or just walk, it's up to you. After that, just jump off right here, and you don't even need to take the ladder, you can just jump down. And here, you've got the Sword of Night and Flame, one of the best swords in the game, I gotta mention. Now, once you're here, it's going to be a bit more difficult than the last one we went through. Now, just to make it clear, you guys are going to spawn in, give or take around here. Just going to walk up, and you'll find this bonfire. Once you arrive, you're going to want to run past all these guys. They're no fun, to be honest. There's going to be a dark cave you have to go through. Just equip a lantern if you have one. If you don't, follow the light. These guys are extremely annoying, though, guys, so make sure to keep your distance. They do block you, so it's always nice to stay away from them. So once you arrive up here, there's gonna be a giant blob. You can just jump over him. Piece of shit. So you're gonna arrive at this cave. This cave, there's gonna be a duelist in here. These guys are crazy, to put it simple, and you're really gonna want a lantern in here. So that's what we're gonna pull out right now, because I cannot see anything right now. So, once the lantern's equipped, we're simply going to want to follow this path I'm taking. To the left, and then you're going to want to swing out right. There's going to be a duelist right behind you. At this point, he'll throw knives at you. You're going to want to run, run, run. This guy will insta-kill you. He's no fun. And this guy is one of the strongest NPCs you'll find in the game. Non-boss, by the way. These guys are extremely tough to handle. They have ranged attacks, melee attacks. They're the jack of all trades, to put it simply. So, once you get out of the cave, though, you can consider the job done. And just like that, you're at the farming spot. So, once that's done, you can simply equip the sword that you got at the manor, just like so. And you're going to line yourself up. Now, there's two different modes with this sword. If you hold the LT button and you hit RB, there's a water mode, and then there's a fire mode if you hit RT. Both these modes are good, but we're going to use the water mode for today. So once that's done, just line it up. Make sure to always lock onto enemies when you're doing this, and simply pull it out, just like so. They may spot you. If they do, just pull it out, just like that. Now, they will pull out this roll attack that will pretty much insta-kill you every time. But, as you can see, I kind of messed it up that attempt. But, if you get it lined up perfectly, you're going to have no problem at all. Just like so. Now, just do that. It might take a while to get into the groove, really. But even if you can't get the attack off, you can kill him with the sword. This sword's incredible. There's really no problems with it at all. Just line it up and take them out. If they roll, just dodge once, and that's it. So that's the farming spot for easy. And that's about it for today, guys. So if that helps, make sure to leave a comment down below if you enjoyed this. And I'll see you guys in the next video.